Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And today's movie that I'm going to review is two versions of this movie, and it is Marvel's 2003 movie Daredevil. And this is the theatrical version that went to theaters uh, back in 2003. And I also have the director's cut. And you gotta have both versions of these to tell the difference because each version is different. And the movie stars Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner, Colin Farrell, um, Michael Clarke, Duncan. I was trying to do his. That was a bad impression of his voice, though, but now I want to do his voice. It also stars Jon Favreau and Joe Pantoliano. And I never read the comics, the Daredevil comics, but Daredevil, in my opinion, is one of Marvel's underrated superheroes. Like, he's not as big as, Spider-Man, Iron Man, the Hulk, all those big Marvel superheroes, Captain America. But also the movie was written and directed by Mark Steven Johnson. He wrote Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, and he also wrote and directed Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. So basically what the movie is about is Matt Murdock, as a young kid, he gets blinded by toxic waste, and it's like spilled over his eyes as he was running away from home because his father, actually they both live in Hell's Kitchen, which is a part of Manhattan, but his father was a former boxer, and he discovered, Matt Murdock, he discovered that his father became an enforcer for this local mobster. And then one day his father wanted to get back into boxing, and after the match his father dies. That mobster killed him, and after that Matt Murdock starts doing martial arts, and we see him years later as an adult, played by Ben Affleck, who is a lawyer, and he runs a firm with his friend Franklin Foggy Nelson, was played by Jon Favreau. And Jon Favreau, he's a great actor and also a great director. He directed both of the Iron Man movies. He's just a good director and actor. And he's been in both of the Iron Man movies. He made appearances. And Matt Murdock starts to do martial arts, and he becomes Daredevil right here. Which is a really great costume for Daredevil. And later in the movie he meets Jennifer Garner, who plays Elektra in this movie. And, years later, in real life, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner got married. So, I think after this movie, they got married. And, he gets to meet Elektra, Jennifer Garner's character, and they sort of like each other. And then there's this villain, Michael Clarke Duncan, plays Kingpin over here. He plays Kingpin over here, and basically Michael Clarke Duncan sends out Bullseye right over here, played by Colin Farrell. And there's one scene in the movie, I'm gonna spoil it though. In one scene, Bullseye kills Elektra's father, and they both go at it, and Bullseye just kicks Jennifer Garner as Elektra's ass in the movie, and then Ben Affleck as Daredevil kicks Bullseye's ass, Colin Farrell, and then he later goes after Michael Clarke Duncan as Bullseye. So yeah, that's basically the whole plot. And this version, it's an hour and 43 minutes. The theatrical cut, which a lot of people really didn't like, because it was that short, and it's also PG-13. It was cut down to PG-13 when it came out, and this version has the of course, the love story between Elektra and Matt Murdock, and it also has like the scenes that you see in the theatrical cut, but in I've gone over all over the place, but the director's cut is it has an additional 30 minutes not shown in theaters, so it's 2 hours and 13 minutes. This director's cut, it's way longer than of course the theatrical cut. And in this version, it has less of the love story between Matt Murdock and Elektra, and it really focuses more on Matt Murdock and his lawyer job. And there's also the storyline with Coolio, who's in it. He plays a drug addict. And most of the scenes, like all the scenes from the theatrical cut, are intact. And the fight scenes from the theatrical cut are all intact, also on this director's cut. And this cut is much more darker than the original cut. So yeah. So basically, I would say out of both of these cuts, I would have to go with the director's cut, because it's much better. And but don't get me wrong, I love both of these cuts, but I like the director's cut the best. And the movie also has a really great soundtrack, though. It has one of my favorite songs. It's called "For You." It's sung by the band the Colin. And it also has "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence, which is another really good song. So basically, I would say just buy both of these cuts to look at the differences between these two versions of the movie. But this DVD, the original theatrical cut, is a 2-disc. On disc 1, it has a director and producer commentary. It takes you behind the scenes. There's a feature in here. There's one feature where you see one of the stuntmen crashing into the glass, where Clarke Duncan throws Daredevil through the glass, and then Ben Affleck tried to do it, and then he couldn't break the glass. That was really funny. And also it has on disc 2, it has 60-minute documentaries too, and it has 6 production featurettes, multi-angle scene studies, Jennifer Garner's screen test for Elektra. It has Kingpin featurette, and 3 music videos, which I think it's Evanescence's "Bring Me to Life" and the Colin "For You," which I only know those 2 songs from the movie. And the director's cut is only a 1-disc, but it has I think a full-length audio commentary by writer-director Mark Steven Johnson and producer Avi Arad, who's produced all Marvel movies. It has an all-new featurette, "Giving the Devil His Due," which is the making of the Daredevil director's cut. And also, I forgot to say, this cut is rated R. It's R-rated. But yeah, and this version's also out on Blu-ray, but the theatrical version isn't. So yeah, so I say, like I said, pick up both versions to tell the differences between each version of the movie. But the director's cut's much better though. So yeah. So anyways, that's it for my review of Daredevil. Thank you all for watching. And I know one other thing. I know this is getting a reboot because they made a spin-off called Elektra, which is based on Elektra, Jennifer Garner's character, and it takes place after Daredevil. And I heard that movie is shit. It's really shitty though. That movie I heard. Yeah, so anyways, I hope they could get like a good Daredevil if they do the reboot. Like like a really buff guy who could play Daredevil and be as good as Ben Affleck. Yeah. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and until the next video, I'll see you all later.